Okay. Cool. Alright. So. That was really loud. This is my second sketchbook that I ever finished. But going forward, the very first sketchbook that I showed was technically the first one that I finished, but I forgot about it. So going forward, a lot of them are numbered incorrectly, but technically this is the second sketchbook I ever finished. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through it and try to be kind of fast, but not too fast. So this is when I first start drawing multiple things on pages instead of just, you know, one thing. We've got some experimenting. I started getting into markers at this time. These were kind of a water-based, I don't remember what brand they were, but they were just some cheap brand that I found. I had a blue lead pencil, and I saw someone use that for sketching, so I started doing that as well. We got Phil, and yeah, This is a flower that I taped in, and I thought it would survive for some reason, even though I just left it there to die. Some leaves and stuff. I'm pretty sure I was visiting San Diego when I was drawing in this, so these are probably, these are probably from San Diego. I just realized that it's like not even in frame. What is wrong with me? Some squares, arm and face that I covered up because I didn't like it. And we've got some hands. I remember really liking this page. I remember some of these were my hand, and some of them were made up. Like, this is my hand. This, I think, is my... Wait. This, I think, is my hand. Maybe this. Can my hand even... I don't even know. I don't know if that's my hand, because that's a really hard pose to do. And this was someone I had a dream about. I don't know who they were. Don't remember the dream, but I liked this page when I did it. It's a bunch of just random people, or it started as random people. This person's random, but then it was Armin, and this I think is supposed to be Historia, and this looks like Lance. This looks like Yuri. I don't know if it was supposed to be Yuri. This, I'm pretty sure, is based off a different drawing. Maybe someone with animals. I don't know why I was drawing animals so much. That's very unusual for me. This is Marco as a zombie, I guess, and more portraits and stuff. This was the first time that I used Post-it. Well, this isn't a Post-it, but pieces of paper to cover up stuff I didn't like. So there's a face that I don't like down there. Some boys. His face is, yeah, kind of messed up, but that's okay. I remember being proud, and I'm pretty pleased now with the way that the what is it, the beast, right? It's been a while since I saw Over the Garden Wall, but this creature thing is like curved around. I don't even remember what Phil.exe was. That's some of that. I was watching Dan and Phil a lot. This is from a fan fiction. Just some people and some... That does not look like a car. Where's the front of it? What is this? Yeah, little dog. Oh. I hated this page. This isn't covering anything. I just wanted, like, the colors. And I thought I could go with the white and make it look cool. And I started drawing these little guys, Bill, and then I was like, why am I not drawing Aaron and Armin? Because that's all I used to draw back in the day. Doing more realistic stuff. I don't know, felt like drawing this Fall Out Boy album cover. So there's that. I think this was the first time I watched Nightmare Before Christmas. So, Sally. I think this is Troye Sivan, or supposed to be Troye Sivan. And what's his name? Jim? James? Jim is a shortened version of James, so anyway, that guy. This is covering up a drawing of Troy that I didn't like, so I drew him again. I think his nose is too long, and as you can see with this time, I was very hesitant to shade, because like the shading on his face is very, very light, but I realized later that people have a lot more shading going on than I wanted to believe. some fish, Yuri, not Yuri, whoa, Victor. I literally don't know what to say for most of these. This is from Youth. That's what it's called. Oh my god. I've not listened to Troye Sivan in years. I don't know when this was. Is there a date, actually? Probably not. I didn't date things back then. Okay. Well, it's a mystery. We'll never know. This is all like water-based markers, so that's why it's kind of patchy. I don't do so great with water-based markers, but what can you do? Sock and Yuri. I'm pretty sure that this is when, I'm pretty sure I was posting on Tumblr when I was drawing in this, or I was like, it was right before. I think this might have been an idea that I was going to like do for a drawing, and it's some car cat. This I'm pretty sure is a drawing by somebody else. I don't know if it's car cat or like one of the other trolls, but it's definitely something, because I remember seeing it and being like, whoa, I really like that, so copy it. Oh geez. So this was 9th grade. This was 9th grade that I was drawing in here. We got Armin, which we don't care. But I had to read Romeo and Juliet in 9th grade. I say read, we really just skimmed through it. I remember seeing someone's designs online that I really liked. So this is Romeo, this is Juliet, this is Mercutio. Okay, so now we have a date. I don't know when. Let's see, when was I in 9th grade? How old was I? 14? 15? 14? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But this is some stuff based on a Troye Sivan music video. I think it's Wild. Though there are like 3 songs that I based these off of. Like I had a whole plan, so I think these are from those 3 music videos. Maybe it's only 2. Also, sorry for the yard work. Again, they do it every day, and I don't know why. Some more, whatever this thing is called. I never got into it. I just drew the characters. I saw some cosplay. I don't know. So we got Dave and Carcat, I guess. This might be based on something, because this is just kind of weird for me to draw. I say weird just because, like, I wasn't creative. I'm still not that creative, so I remember being I remember being really proud of this one. My grandma, I think, got me like a little Russian doll, little what is it, nesting doll. Got me a little nesting doll set that you could draw on, and it had tiny markers, and I was like, of course I need to make this Attack on Titan themed. So I planned it out. That's what I did. This is in my house somewhere. I don't have it here because it was kind of bad, but yeah, so that was the plan for this. I remember doodling this little box of plants when I was in French class. I think this might have been a mermaid thing, and then I just immediately gave up. This I did in French. This is my friend, I'm pretty sure, just sitting in French, and Grell, little chibi, because I wanted to draw a chibi, and I had never drawn him before, I don't think. And also, my French teacher, fun story, my French teacher got really, really mad at us. I can't remember why, but she got so mad at us, and then she felt so bad, like, the week after, that she brought us all bagels, and she she was like, I'm so sorry, I was gonna bake you all, like, because I guess there was this thing at Starbucks, like this bar that was like cranberry and I don't know, something like that, and she apparently really liked it, and she was like, guys, I have this recipe for this bar that's so good and it's so close to Starbucks's version, you have to try it. So she's gonna make those for us, but she didn't, so she got us bagels, and then she's like, I'm so sorry I didn't make you the bars, I'll bring them next week. So she did, and this is it. I started drawing it, but then class was over or whatever, so yeah, that's the bar. Little insight into my life. Oh, this. Okay, this is a little embarrassing. I went to see Stomp with my dad, and this person I thought was really pretty. I was just like, God damn, I've never seen someone as beautiful as that. I also thought that this person was pretty as well, so I drew both of them as soon as I got home. And this is like from my memory trying to draw this person. So, a little embarrassing, a little creepy. Is my window open? Because, jeez, I really, you know, I should be much better at this than I am. I should have, like, a good microphone. I should have better lights. I should close the frickin' window, but I ain't got time for that. I was watching Yuri on Ice a lot at this time, so I wanted to replace them with Aaron and Armin, because why wouldn't I? And I also got these, I don't know if you can tell, but they're like sparkly watercolors, and I got those and I wanted to use them, and I thought it'd be cool as like a background thing. So his face looks rough. But this is more of the watercolor. There's a picture. I was listening to BTS back then as well. I don't anymore, but I think this is Jin. There's a picture of him in like this cityscape, I think, and I gave up on background, so I just made a color. And this is all water-based markers, so that's why it looks kind of rough around the edges. You know what? I'm gonna see if my window's closed. Yeah, it is. The window's closed, so it's just really loud. This is Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle with the sparkly watercolor. More Dan and Phil, because I watched them a lot at the time. I'm like dying right now. This was just trying to draw all the Attack on Titan characters, but he's just shoved back there. Whoa, his face. Anyway, there's a lot of Attack on Titan, moving forward. Oh, this is actually, I can do a little, should be what, over here? I don't even know where my hands are. This should bring you to a time lapse I did of this, because I drew this in here, and later, a couple years later, I decided to do it digitally. And I was into Tokyo Ghoul at this time as well, as you can tell. And since I was into Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan, why not combine them both? I guess Mikasa is supposed to be Toka, and Armin's supposed to be Kaneki? I guess? I don't know. And this is my dog. We don't have him anymore, but he was my dog, and I drew him. So there he is, with his floppy ear. I stayed up until 3 a.m. and decided to watch Tarzan randomly, so I did, and this happened. Wait, there's a little one. Ah, yes, that's beautiful. The Greatest Showman, I watched it, I liked it. This is whatever her name is. Forgive me. I think it's Anne. Is it Anne? I think, I don't know. Don't hold me to anything. I don't know these things. And Armin, again, Armin is everywhere, and Jim, James, Jonathan, Jericho, whatever his name is. More of a trend that will continue is drawing on little pieces of paper and taping them in. So Mikasa, and I think this is actually Toka. I think this is Toka, this is Mikasa, this is Armin. And then I drew her from the Greatest Showman again. Oh god, Greatest Showman. I tried to do this and it was terrible. I still hate this, but it's even worse under the paper. And then this tea, Arizona tea, because it's amazing and you should drink it every day, like I did. More Attack on Titan and Star. I think this is Marco. Like, I don't lay out my pages for certain themes or anything like that. I just kind of draw whatever I want on them now, but like, I can't tell you what's going on, you know? Oh, this. So, I actually really liked this, and I still do. We had a written final, we had a final online, and we had, he gave us like a paper with a diagram of a heart, and we had to draw which way the blood goes and label everything. And I also had to dissect the heart and point out everything. And to study, I was like, what if I drew it? So I drew a heart and I labeled everything. And I really like how the watercolors came out. I think because I didn't know what I was doing. I still just kind of struggle with watercolors, but yeah, I think it looks really cool. So there's that. More insight into my academic life. Very interesting. There's something with like Aaron's a jock and Mikasa's goth and Armin's like a nerd. I don't remember what that is, but there's some of that. It's the next day. I got my recording cut short, so it's the next day. We're gonna continue where we left off. I don't remember that. This is a different drawing. It's a lot better than this one. And it's Armin painting on the wall. So I copied it. And this is when I started watching Love Stage. And that was a choice. I did very much enjoy that show. It did make me cry, but it's kind of creepy. Still recommended though. Why am I drawing so many animals? What is this? There's an animal. Here's a little fox. Some generic sketches, a lot of Attack on Titan because that's all I used to do. That was my entire life back then. Me and my mom used to take the train to an unspecified city because there was this old theater there that they used to show Alfred Hitchcock movies. I think they did that for like a month. So we would go every week and we would watch Alfred Hitchcock movies in the theaters. It was a great time. It was so fun. And we take the train, which was also a lot of fun. I like the train a lot. And I took a picture of this building because it was sunset and it was shiny and cool. And I took a picture of it and I drew it on the train. Why was I drawing buildings? That's a very good question because I don't like drawing anything that isn't people. I think it came out kind of good. I mean, the bushes look a little, like they were a last minute addition to the drawing, but you know, I put a decent amount of detail in everything else, which was pretty impressive, if you ask me. Oh boy. Okay, this we don't really need to talk about. These, I was actually at like a sleepover with my friends and I was drawing for some reason, but I drew Dan and Phil, and I remember my friend being like, you know, you make people look so different. Like, how do you do it? Like, every time I draw someone, they always look exactly the same, and I was like, girl, I don't know. I don't know why I said girl, because I've never said that about anyone. Okay, so, I may be insane, but Johnny Quest, right? I don't know if any of you know what that is, but for a short little introduction, basically this kid right here, Johnny Quest, and his dad is like an archaeologist or something. I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen it, but basically they go on missions, bad stuff happens to them, and they like fight their way out of it or outsmart the villains. It's basically like Scooby-Doo mixed with Mission Impossible, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's a bit, shall I say racist? I like it though, and maybe that's bad. It's just a fun show if you get past all of the questionable things. Yeah, this was still 9th grade because speaking of Romeo and Juliet, we only skimmed it, but we did have to act it out for our final. I could go into that story. It was a huge disaster. I was so stressed. Long story short, I ended up taking charge in the group because we were grouped with like 10 other people and none of them would focus on the work. So I kind of stepped in and was like, here's what we're doing. Here's who's in charge of the script. You be Romeo, you be Juliet, you be all these people. Who wants to be who? Let's sort it out. Do your scripts. Okay. I was playing 2 characters. I was Benvolio and I was the nurse that Juliet has. And we had to like have different costumes for them. This was like a little sketch I did of how I could dress for Benvolio because I was really excited to be Benvolio. And another flower that I thought I could keep alive if I just taped it to my page and let it die. This is actually Miles McKenna. Why did I draw him as a mermaid? I don't know. I used to watch him a lot, and I really looked up to him. I still do. He's still very inspirational to me. And this is a drawing either of Armin or somebody. There are people who are upside down. More Miles. Again, I looked up to him and decided to try to draw him. Miles. I actually really liked how this came out, even though this trans flag is really patchy because I used water-based markers. I still like it. I'm still proud of myself. Oh, this was a fan fiction that I used to read religiously. I think it's like, ooh, something about the blood in our veins, or the, oh, jeez. Anyway, brief synopsis. Armin is like, okay, it's been a second, so hold on. Armin and Aaron and Mikasa were all like friends, and they used to study martial arts together. And then Aaron and Armin were like kind of into each other, but like they didn't want to admit that they were into each other because they were best friends, you know, that whole vibe. And then Aaron, they got attacked. Aaron got like thrown off a bridge, but he survived. He just broke his knees. Armin got like kidnapped, taken away. And basically Armin got like injected with some stuff that made him like special. So he had like purple eyes, purple streaks in his hair. He's just like got powers now, and he's like trying to figure out how to undo it because he was given the powers and didn't ever want them. He just wants to be normal and go back. And yeah, that's basically it. So this is him with the eyes and the hair. I really liked that story. Recommend you give it a read if you want. This is more from that story, just Aaron and Armin existing. Yeah, this is definitely when I was posting on Tumblr, because I did a bunch of Pride things, did them digitally on my computer, on my laptop with the trackpad. I definitely put a digital version on Tumblr. So this is that. There's a lot of future Tumblr posts in the next few sketchbooks because Attack on Titan and Tumblr were like a huge part of my life. This is a drawing that I saw somewhere else, so I drew it. Copy stuff, copy. No, please don't look. Again, I'll say it again. You don't have to listen to me. In my humble opinion, I feel like it's fine if you're starting out as an artist. You can watch tutorials because that's all good. You can look at reference pictures and try to draw it. That's all good. I think it's fine if you're just starting out. See how it feels to draw in someone else's style. See certain things about other people's styles that you like and try to replicate it. I think that's okay, because if you don't have a style, how are you gonna find it if you're not trying out new things, you know? But if you're like one of those people who straight up steals from people and is like, oh yeah, this is mine, like I totally drew this and totally came up with a concept for it, like that's just kind of a, I'm trying to not swear. It's kind of a bad thing to do, I guess, I'll say. I don't think there's been anyone that has stolen art from me, but I follow a lot of people where people, you know, they get their art stolen all the time, and that's not cool. I didn't have a style, so sometimes I would copy stuff, but I'm acknowledging that, and if I actually find the drawing or whatever it is that I'm replicating while I'm editing, I will put it into the video because this is not mine, you know, and I don't want to like steal from people because that's just not a good thing to do. That was a long rant. Sorry. I thought I could speak French. I did take many French classes. I don't know why I did this as a caption for this image. That's what it is. This is like a caption for this. For those of you who don't speak French, it says, "Life is beautiful. If I am strong, I will see that," basically. So I don't know why I drew it with this. I think I just wanted to sound profound and cool. And yeah, Mikasa, you know? Who is this person? Robbie? There's a YouTuber, or there was, I don't know if they're still on YouTube, who I found on accident. And I just remember them taking, because they were like, I love pizza and I love Monster. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a bunch of Monster and a bunch of pizza in my blender, and I'm gonna blend it and I'm gonna drink it. And then they made it and drank it, and they were like, this is disgusting. And then that was the video. I was just like, what just happened? My brain was like, whoa. But I did like their hair, so this is a drawing of them. I saw Coco, and I was like, I need to draw art for this right now. It's the best movie. And so I just drew one thing. That happens sometimes. Like sometimes I'll watch a movie or a show that I actually really, really like, but I just don't draw anything for it. Oh, yeah, I was definitely posting on Tumblr. You're a nice AU for Attack on Titan characters. And as you can see, I drew Yurio's face here. His head isn't actually that far up, it's more back, so I moved it so you can't even see him. This, I'm pretty sure, is a different drawing. I just liked the way his hair was and his pose, so this is someone from Yuri on Ice, I'm pretty sure. Minor character, I can't remember her name. It's still pretty patchy because, you know, water-based markers. And this is that little, kid. Jeez. It's been a while since I saw Yuri on Ice, if you couldn't tell. And then Tokyo Ghoul, I was watching as well. So what's 1,000 minus 7? After this is how you can tell I'm a weeb. After I watched Tokyo Ghoul, the episode with the what's 1,000 minus 7, I would, no joke, every single day at school, if like there was a break or something, in my head I was counting down by 7 from 1,000, trying to get all the way to the bottom, and I never did because I would usually get distracted by something else, or I would just be like, why am I doing this? And I would stop. Oh jeez, okay, that's a sick chair. That's an epic chair. I came up with this like idea for sort of I don't really know, but it was kind of like a gangster mob kinda, I don't even know. I planned out a few basic ideas for it, but never really went anywhere, so Levi is obviously the boss, because why wouldn't he be when he's got a chair like that? I want to say this from a cosplay video. It's either the pose or the outfit or both, I think is from something. And then these are some cosplayers, and then I drew Armin as a portrait. Oh no. I was so into Attack on Titan, guys. I don't want to think about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to look at it. That show made me cry so much. It got to the point where I was so invested in the characters that anytime they were on screen, I would just start crying. And so I stopped watching the show. I haven't seen it since. They destroyed my life, especially Armin. This I was actually proud of, but you see, it's Eren, right? And he's like in a situation. He's got his eyes closed, but then you lift it and bam! There are his eyes, and they're open. This, paint the sky, make it yours. I was gonna watercolor this and have it look kind of like a galaxy, but never got around to it. Esmeralda? More Attack on Titan. That is a weird kind of face. But we got Esmeralda, dude. Hunchback of Notre Dame is honestly probably one of my favorite Disney movies. I used to say my favorite is The Jungle Book, but I don't know. I mean, I really like The Jungle Book, but Aladdin, dude, Aladdin is like, oh, you know, it's just, it's everything. So either my favorite is Aladdin or Aladdin and Jungle Book are tied, but Hunchback of Notre Dame, that needs more respect than it got. The music is amazing. The characters are really fun. Esmeralda, dude, like that, I don't need to say anything else. Yeah, I just love that they were able to put so many dark and deep themes into that movie. I really appreciate that type of storytelling. I think they handled it really well, so watch that movie. More Tumblr things, and some of these I posted, some were just ideas that I never posted. Tangled AU with Eren and Armor. Armor. Ugh, I'm losing brain cells. So this page, I drew him and he was shirtless, so I decided to draw all the rest shirtless. And then these are, I can't believe I drew them again. These are my OCs from the last Sketchbook Tour, if maybe anyone wants to go watch that. But this is Itokawa. I'm pretty sure, I still have not checked if that's his real name, but Ito, and Callisto. I think this is the last, yes, this is the last page. These, oh my god, these are really old OCs that I was writing. This is the main character, Juniper and Valerie. They were like sisters or like best friends. I think they were like in an orphanage together and kind of were just best friends, sister kind of deal. And this person is Caden, I guess. I remember he was blind, and he was like a swordsman kind of guy. And so I guess I made him fully blind, but because it says he's only partially blind now. And this is, I'm pretty sure based on that, that fan fiction again. Oh, we have a we have a finish date. So I put the day that all my pages were filled, and then I had an officially finished for like when I went back and did the little details, like the ones that I totally did and didn't forget about. But yeah, apparently I finished this July 26, 2018. So that was, oh geez, what, 4 years ago? Dang, was I right? That was some quick math and I got it right. But yeah, that was the second sketchbook I ever finished. The next one I labeled as my second sketchbook, but it's actually my third. And yeah, I have a lot of fun doing these. I don't know if people are like really interested in them. I mean, the last one got more views than some of the other videos I've been doing. And there are other types of videos that I'd like to do, but I kind of want to get a bit more experience first, because again, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'd also just kind of want to feel it out and see what people like and what they don't like. So I'll try to get into other stuff. I also am really busy, so I don't really have a lot of time to like sit down and properly plan out stuff. Anyway, that was the video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, you can like the video if you want. You don't gotta. If you would like to subscribe, that's also really cool. My Instagram and my Redbubble linked in the description if that's something you want to check out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, goodbye.